Okay. So when we create an EC2 instance, we are going to get one security group, means we are going to create one security group and attach, and we are going to create a root volume and attach to it, right? So, so these are the things we are going to have. Okay, fine. So we will have a root volume. So for example, that can be of any capacity, right? By default, it will show like go on mute. Okay, it will show like 8 or 10 GB like that, right? For example, if it's a 10 GB, right? For while practicing for T2 micro, we use 10 GB like that, right? I want some external volume, means I want to use some. This space is not enough for me. This space is not enough for me. So let me take it is little bigger, or else let I just want to take it as bigger one. For example, this is a volume, right? This has been attached to this, so I'm not going to write the name. You remember this. This is a root volume. Okay. Next, if the space is not enough, the 10 GB or whatever I have, that is not enough for me. So what you have to do is you have to take one external volume. Means you have to, for example, what you will do for your computer, if the inbuilt hard disk capacity is not enough, what you will do?
with the external hard disk.
Okay, you'll take external hard disk and do it, right? Here, those
Yeah.
external, okay. Okay, though here we call that external hard disk, we call it as volumes, EBS volumes, elastic block storage. EBS means elastic block storage. We'll take external volumes. Go on mute. Go on mute. Don't make me to tell this every time. Okay. Okay. So we have to create one EBS volume. What you have to do is you have, if you take EBS volume, there won't be any connection between this EC2 instance and volume. So you have to make the connection. You have to make the connection. Okay, I made it. But for example, if I store any file, right, for a one, if I copy, for example, here I want to create one file. If I don't have this EBS volume, where it is going to store? In the root volume. But if I have a EBS volume, external volume now, this is inbuilt. This is root volume. This is called as root volume. This is external volume. So when this elastic, sorry, when this external external volume is attached, when I create a file, where it has to store, whether here or here, where it get confused, right? So that's how we have to store. By default, whatever the file you try to store, that will be stored on the root volume. But I don't want to store here because it's already capacity is utilized, like 8 GB already consumed. I don't want to store it anymore. I want to store it here. So such cases, what you have to do is you have to decide one point here. Folder, like one folder we have to take it here. For example, here we have different folders, right? For example, I have DevOps classes folder. Inside that, like see this my PC, this D drive into DevOps, then DevOps classes, then AWS, then EC2. Here I have some files like that, right? One folder you have to decide. That folder in Linux, we are taking Linux mission, right? Red Hat. There we folders we call it as directories. One folder you have to take. Now this is called as mount point. One folder you have to take. That folder or that point, specific point on that folder is called as mount point. You have to mount that with this EBS, external volume, EBS volume. So now whatever you store inside this files folder, in the root volume somewhere, that will be stored in the root volume. But in the same root volume, inside if you store something inside this folder, that will come and store here actually. So you are not going to store in this folder, but uh, whatever you store here means that will come and store inside this volume. Understood, guys? Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So other than that
Yes, sir.
folder, other than that folder in the root volume, uh, other than that folder, if I store somewhere any file, where that will be stored actually?
Root volume.
Root volume. If you want to store it on the external volume, you have to place on that specific folder only. So where the mount point will be created, on the EBS volume or root volume?
Root volume.
Root volume. Now, okay, see guys, I'll discuss two topics at a time theoretically, then I'll show practically, because I don't want to draw this and again. So let me explain that. Okay, this is about volume. Fine. Next. Okay, one more point about volume. Now, okay, I did this, but before doing mount point, you have to do one more thing here. What is that is, you have to create file system. You have to create file system. What is that file system is? You have, how do you know that in Windows, there should be one parent folder. So this is DevOps is one folder. Inside that, these are the subfolders. This is one folder. This is a subfolder of DevOps, but this has many subfolders like this. So this AWS is child of this. For this, the parent is this. So for AWS, these are the child folders or subfolders. When I get inside this, how it knows that it has to store in a files, directories, there's a parent, right, folder inside that some other folder. How it knows? How Windows is saving these files? Because there is a file system. Okay, there is something called as file system, which will maintain this parent folder inside that subfolder, inside that subfolder, there some files like that. It is going to maintain that folder and folder parent child relations, right? So that is nothing but a file system. Okay, that is nothing but because of the file system. So to store the folders, subfolders, files, everything here in a proper structure, we need to have a file system here. We need to have a file system here. So first we have to create the file system, and then we have to create a mount point and then mount it. Understood, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now here creating external volume, attaching to the instance is AWS topic. Is a AWS topic. Creating a file system, mounting it, right? Mounting it is a Linux concept. Is a Linux concept. So AWS will just give you, hey, create one external hard disk, means EBS volume you create, attach it to the you can attach it to my instance. But after that, creating file system, mounting point, AWS don't know where you want to create the mount point. I want to create at ABC folder, XYZ folder. How AWS knows that, right? So we have to do that using Linux commands. Understood? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I'll show you this. Next, fine. I created a volume. I created file system, mount point, everything I did. Fine. Now, I don't want to use this volume to this. What you can do is you can disassociate it, means detach it. You can detach it, means you can remove the connection, and you can unmount it. First, you have to unmount it, means there will be mounting point, right? First, you have to remove this and then detach it. So now the connection is lost, means this volume is no more attached to this instance. Okay. Now I can take one more instance. Can I attach this volume to some other instance?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is possible. At a time, one EBS volume cannot be attached to two
No.
instances, but we can detach from one instance and attach it to some other instance. That is possible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Sir,
next.
your voice is getting a little bit low, sir.
Others? Others, are you
Yes.
able to?
Low, sir.
Low
Okay.
only, sir.
Okay. Actually, I used to shout to my son. My son is sleeping. I don't want to disturb him. Okay, no problem. Is it fine now?
Now, yes, sir.
Okay, 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 fine. So this you understood, right? One EBS volume we can detach and attach it to some other instance. Have you you got that point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Next, this EBS volumes or whatever we are discussing, these are region specific. These are region specific. Okay, there is something called for availability zone also that I'll discuss while doing the practice. So these are region specific. Whatever we have, that can be available in the same region only. If you go to some other region, you cannot get it. Okay, we'll see this next. One more point I thought to tell. What is that? EBS volume detach and attach it to this. Okay, okay. Now I want one concept, means a volume has to be shared by two instances. Two instances want to share same volume. Is that possible? EBS volume?
At a time, no, sir.
At a time, it is not possible. Means I want at a time. For that, like EBS, there is one concept called as EFS. So same like EBS volume, there is something called as EFS. So elastic file system, I think, right? If you use this EFS, then two instances can use same volume. Two instances can use same volume, but you remember this. Two instances if you want to use same volume, EBS volume, that is not possible. So we have to use EFS. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now I want to implement this EBS volume. Okay, we'll implement this. But before doing this, I'll tell one more concept and then we'll do the practice together. So is that clear about EBS volumes? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, cool. Now I'll tell one more concept called as snapshots. Okay, so far we discussed about volumes, EBS volumes. Now I'll discuss about snapshot. Okay. These are snapshots means we use these snapshots for EBS volume backups. EBS volume backups. If you see yesterday, I said while creating a custom AMI, there was something called as last option. AMI image with the snapshot. There was a radio button. I said I'll discuss this later, and I ignored that. At that time, I said I'll discuss this later. Okay. Even if someone has practiced custom AMIs, you might have seen that. Okay. If not, no problem. I'll explain this today. So you don't know that snapshot. That is the reason I skipped in last session. Okay, now let me explain this. What is this snapshot is? For example, I have attached a volume to one instance and I have a this. Okay, one more point is before going to snapshot, let me tell that point. I was about to tell that point and then I forgot. What is that is? For example, I have an EBS volume. This is not snapshots. I'm continuing with the volumes only. One point I missed, so let me tell that. Can I use this volume as a root volume to some other instance? I have attached to this and detached it. Now can I use this to as a root volume to some other instance?
No.
No, might be.
Not possible. Okay. While terminating the instance, I deleted. I unchecked that box. Delete on termination. So I have a root volume. I deleted my instance, but still my root volume is there. Can I use this root volume as a root volume to some other instance?
Yes.
No, sir. No.
No,
No.
cannot. You cannot. Root volume will come by default. You can use some other volumes as external volumes, but not as a root volumes. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes, sir.
fine. Okay. Next, snapshot. Snapshot. Okay. I have a volume attached to this. Either this or this, anything it can be, the root volume or external EBS volume, anything it can be. What I want to do is, I created my instance. I'm using two volumes or one volume. I'm running it. Fine. Now, after running it for 1 or 2 months or some time, right? What I thought is, I don't want this instance anymore. But the data present on the volumes I need to have, but not now. After 6 months. So till today, for 2 months, I have used this EC2 instance and volumes. Today, I don't want this instance. I don't want this instance, but I want my volumes. When? After 6 months, not now. Today, I don't want any of this instance and volume, but the data present on this volume is that this volume I want after 6 months or 1 year, maybe after 2 years. What can I do? I can disable that delete on termination, delete the instance and keep the volumes, and I can use these volumes after 6 months. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But the cost will be high because the data present on these volumes are like higher GB, right? You have to pay for that. You have to pay for that, whether you use it or not. For example, I took 500 GB, but I'm using only 200 GB. Still, you have to pay for 300 GB. Why? Because you took that volume for 500 GB. So whether you use it or not, you have to pay for that, right? Okay. Next, instead of that, what AWS will do is AWS is saying convert this snapshot as convert this volume as a snapshot. Snapshot is nothing but the compressed version of your volume. The data present on your EBS volume will be compressed, right? So the compressed part of your volume is nothing but a snapshot. Go on mute. Okay. So you have to compress you have to, so snapshot is nothing but the compressed version of your volume. So you compress it and you can keep that. So next time, so I compressed my volume as a snapshot, kept it, deleted my volume, deleted my volume. Either you can do this snapshot for root volume and normal volumes, anything you can do. So later, as it is in compressed version, my charging will be less. Next time, whenever I want, using the snapshot, create a volume, using the snapshot, create a volume and attach to your instance. Whenever you want to create your own instance, attach it to that new instance, whatever you create, right? Attach that volume to this. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So the same, when you have a snapshot,
Sir.
so using snapshot, again, you can create a volume. Again, you can create a volume. So whenever you have a volume, of course, it's common, right? For example, I have a snapshot. Using the snapshot, I created a volume. Okay, I converted this volume as a snapshot, right? I terminated this volume. Next time when I have this snapshot, whenever I want, I can, using snapshots, we can create volumes. Once you create a volume, it's common. Again, attach it, mount it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir.
No, now how to take, I want to delete a volume, how to take a volume backup?
Snapshot.
Snapshot. So now if I have a EC2 instance, we'll have two things. One is image, one is instance and volume. How to take volume backup is using snapshot. But I want to take instance backup. So the softwares, whatever installed on the AMI, that I want to get and all. So how to take instance backup?
Yeah, my image.
Our own AMS. Huh?
Custom AMI. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, remember these two. Volumes backup can be taken using snapshots. Instance backups will be taken using images. Okay. So when you try to create a custom AMI, the last option was that only. Need to take backup of image and snapshot, both. Yes, sorry, image and volume. Yesterday it has taken one snapshot backup. I deleted after the class. Okay. So when I'm creating a custom AMI, as we selected the first option, it created AMI plus snapshot. So it has created one custom AMI for this instance, and also the associated volume was taken as a backup using snapshot. Okay, fine. So we'll practice this. Okay, I created an EC2 instance. Right? It is in pending state. Let it get created. Okay, this is an EC2 instance we created. For this, the root volume will be there, but I want to create external volume. So how to create external volume is go to this volumes here, create. Now tell me, what is this volume?
ABS.
Root volume.
Root. That root volume has been created here, right? That root volume, whenever we created in EC2 instance, root volume came, right? So this is nothing but the root volume. Okay. Next, I want to create external volume. I see it is saying instant volume state is in use, means it is already used. The root volume is already used. Now I want to create external volume. How to create that external volume is click on this, create volume, which type of volume you want, right? I'm taking the default, whatever you want based on your requirement, you can calculate and all, you can see where you want to create your instance. Let me create in AP South 1A zone, availability zones. Now let me go to my EC2 instance. EC2 instance where this got created actually. AP South 1B, AP South 1B, right? Now I'll go to my volumes, volume. Instance is in AP South 1B, right? See this snapshot got created also 1B. 1B. I think instance is 1B, right? Yes or no? I forgot.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Instance
yes.
is in 1B.
Sir.
This volume is also created in 1B. Now let me go and create it in 1A. We'll see what will happen. Availability zone 1A I'm creating. Do you want to create a snapshot immediately? Means whatever it gets, the snapshot you want to create. So I mean, if you have already created, if you have already, if you have a snapshot already, using that snapshot, if you want to create a volume, using that snapshot, so there are some AMI, for example, already snapshots are there. Okay, so using that snapshot, do you want to create a volume? This volume, do you want to create from existing snapshot or not? No, I don't want to create from existing snapshot. I want to create this volume as a new one. Do you want to encrypt this volume? Means the data, whatever you are going to store on this volume, do that need to be encrypted? No. So I'm not selecting this. If you want, you can select this, create volume. Now this volume I'll take as vol1. Okay, I'll take it as vol1. Which availability zone I created? AP South 1A. It is getting created. Let it get created. Now it is saying available, means the volume got created. Status, volume status is also okay, means the volume has successfully created. But is this used by any instance? No. No, it is saying, hey, I am available to use. I am available to use it. You can attach this to any instance. So what, this is available, right? So let me go and attach it to the instance. Select volume. Here, attach volume is there. Attach volume. So click on this. It's going to show the instances. But is it going to show any instance here? Is it showing any instance
No,
here?
no.
Why?
No, sir.
Why? The rule is the volumes, the external volumes, whatever you are going to create, that should be available in the same availability zone wherever your instance is present. 100 GB I created. Oh, let me terminate it quickly. And didn't notice that it was 100 GB. Okay. Okay. So now, have you understood that it should be in the same availability zone, right? So let me create another volume in the same availability zone. So I didn't notice this 100 GB. Actually, will get charged. Okay. So SS general purpose SSD 10 GB I'm taking, right? Where I'll take it is AP South 1B, right? So now I'm not going to create with the snapshot. I'm not going to encrypt it, create a volume. So the volume is getting created, right? You will see after it is in use, means it is available, not in use, it is available, right? So, okay, now I want to attach it to the instance. So what I have to do is you have to select this, go to actions, attach value. Now you observe, is it showing the instance, the running instance?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now, the rule is
Yes, sir.
volume and EC2 instance should be there in the same availability zone. So I'm creating this EC2 instance. Now this is okay, this is the name. For example, this is the name it is going to give for your volume. Okay, for now you remember that. We'll discuss about this later. Okay, so, shall I attach it? Right, you understood, right? Just what we have to do, we have to select the instance, we have to select this volume, go to actions, attach volume, select the instance to which you want to attach, then click on attach volume. Done. Understood, guys? Now can I use this volume?
Yes, sir.
No. Yeah. See, now the volume state changes from available to in use, but now this story is not yet done. What I have to do now, I have to connect to this instance, create
Mount
a
the-
file system, and then mount it. Okay, so now let me go to here, not here, I think Jenkins. Here, let me open my Git bash. Okay, I would have shown you something else before, but anyhow, let me show you anyways. So these things I have given in the document, right? Now, let me execute this command. df minus h, if I enable. See, you see here, it is showing this 1.5 GB utilized, 6.5 GB available. So that 8 GB inbuilt root volume, it is showing 8 GB. Even though when I attach it, that instance to this, when I attach that external EBS volume to this instance, is it showing here? When I type this df disk free,
No.
is it showing?
No, sir.
No, it's not showing. Means I attached it, but it is not showing yet. Why? Because
Not
It's
mounted.
not mounted.
Not mounted, right? So now, so these are the steps I have given, right? When to create an instance, check it in the same availability zone. It will be in use, available, attach it. So once you attach it, now just now I executed this command. Now what you have to do is you check either any external hard disk is attached or not. Okay, let me check that. This will show that external EPS volumes attached or not. If they see, it is there. It is there. So this is one 8 GB one, right? 8 GB one. This is 10 GB one. So attachment is done. Attachment is done, but I cannot use it. So this 10 GB, this is external hard disk. You remember XVDA is inbuilt. XVDF is external hard disk. It is attached, but I cannot use it. I cannot use it. So now how to use it is, first you need to create a file system. So there are different types of file systems. So you have to create it. So now for this, whenever you type fdisk -l, right, whatever the name it is showing, whatever the name it is showing, so you can change it. It will not be fixed always. It may change. So for that, so /dev/xvdf, whatever it is showing here, for that you have to create a file system. mkfs, make file system -t ext4, and this name. And this name you have to give it here. It will create a file system, right? It is going to create a file system, right? Next. Okay, the meeting is going to end. Let me quickly show you this, right? You can rejoin, I'll show you this. Now on my root folder, I want to create on my root volume, I want to create a folder. So whatever the commands we are executing now, everything are executing on a root volume only, right? mkdir is a command to create a folder. So I'm going to create one folder called as mydir. This folder, I'm going to use it as a mount point, right? Now, this is a mount point command. So mount xvdf, that dev/xvdf mkdir mydir, I'm showing. Okay, let me use sudo. Okay, done. Now I have created this folder. Now you can see this xvdf 10 GB, this also showing. That's it. Mount point is also created. This is how we create a mount point. And now whatever I save on this file, that will be actually stored on the external volume. Understood? You join back. I'll discuss once again, and I'll discuss about unmounting as well. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is how. So we have to create a volume, attach it, create file system, and then create a mount point. So whatever you store on that mount point, everything will be stored on the external volume. Okay.